Well, I suppose I better get to my transmission if I'm going to be swapping it. It's way back there, so I got to move this car. Oh, poor old Oldsmobile. I'm going to move that car, I'm going to move this plywood and all this other crap they piled in my way. I leave for a month. This place gets pretty messy. And then I got to figure out how to get this, slide it over the other side, take the engine and transmission off this subframe, and then take the transmission off the engine, and then clean her up a little bit. And I thought about taking this apart, getting in there and replacing the solenoids, but you do that and then you get that off and you go, oh, maybe I should look at the valve body, see if the valves are wearing in the bores and all that. And you do that and then you go, well, I'm already in it, might as well replace clutches, and pretty soon you're rebuilding the transmission. And you know what, I don't want to do that. It wouldn't be a bad idea because this thing's got I think around 203,000 on it, but I want a quick fix, quick cheap fix for this car, and I'll limp it along for as long as I can. So I guess first order of business, move this stuff and get this old Oldsmobile out of my way. Well, we got everything cleaned out behind it and got the battery in, sort of. I tell you, I'm gonna have to buy another battery, one that actually fits this car, with my next paycheck, because the battery I usually use is in the LTD, and I'm not taking it out. And this one's kind of backwards. It's got like a recessed area here. It'd be fine if it was flipped around, but it won't fit in this car that way. So, well, let's just go ahead and hop in and see what happens. It's a good car. It ought to fire up. May take a minute, but it'll fire. We'll back her out of here and call her good. Come on now. Yep. Good car. Get it so she stays running. Hopefully this winter I'll be home, hopefully, to work on this. I hope I don't get laid off, because that would kind of screw me, but at the same time I don't want to be down in Texas or some shit drilling, you know, and then I'd just be making money and I wouldn't get anything done. So we'll see if my old man can frame out that wall and we get that insulated before winter. Then I'll at least have a place to work if I'm home. And that Cadillac, I don't know when that's gonna get work done, especially if I'm not around. But I better shut the hood and then we'll back her out of here. Well, now I've got a little bit of room to work, and I can start cleaning the crap off this and hopefully have a workable transmission. I hope. You know, maybe I should clean the floor here a little bit. Still got some tools apparently I need to gather up. Well, someday this will get taken care of. Well, I've got the engine and transmission separated from the subframe over there. So now I can go ahead and take the transmission off the engine and hopefully find a place to stuff all this crap, because I'm going to have to probably slide that through under there, because I'm guessing it's pretty heavy transmission, that is. So got to get rid of this. I got a call, says I can have the week off of work, so that's awesome. I can get this done, and I'm going to have a busy week. I want to get this done, and I want to get a wall framed up here so I can insulate it this winter. So that's going to mean all this stuff here has to go bye-bye so we can put the wall up. And then maybe if I have enough time left over, I'll go ahead and start framing in this back wall here so we can get this insulated. And then sometime down the road I'm going to have to go to the ceiling over on the other side and put in boards like are up here so I can staple insulation to it. Of course the other side is open like that, so I'm going to have to put in all those boards. And then the back wall, that's going to be a pain. That's what it looks like without the tarp, but of course I've got a tarp sitting in front of it. So that's tarp's going to have to come down, and all that crap is going to have to move before I can insulate that. So that's a job and a half. I think for the moment I'll just get a wall built here and maybe on the back side. And then if I really feel ambitious, I might just weed my garden. I don't know, it's going to be a long week, but I suppose we better start taking this transmission off. Well, I was pulling apart this engine here, or the engine and transmission, and I ran into something that you're probably going to want to know when I go to take it all apart again, and it's pretty easy to show you right here. Haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet, if I want to take the engine and transmission out from the top, or if I want to drop just the transmission through the bottom, but I would have to contend with that. I've done it that way before and it wasn't that fun, but I did manage to do it. But that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to show you there's a sort of a hidden bolt back here. A bell housing bolt bolts in from this side, and what you have to do is get yourself a long extension and snake it up here by the power steering pump and behind the exhaust, and you'll have to get to it with that. And I suggest getting an impact to do it if you can, and then undo it that way. It's a real pain if you forget this. I don't even know if you can see where it used to be. Way back there. Oh yeah, you can see it. It's kind of hard to point to where I want it, but right there, that little bolt hole. Not this one, but up above it. That's your hidden bolt, and it's really tough to see inside the car, trust me. I've done it before. And when you miss that bolt, it makes taking these things out no fun. So I figured I'd show you that, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish taking this apart, and the next video I'll probably start taking the car apart.